Yo, this is Lex, and this is a solo speed guide on Gears of Dreadlands Demon Hunter. My first video on this set will cover Torment 16 and Greater Rifts while solo and in groups. I'll also be releasing a video for solo pushing later. Season 21's patch brings a new set for Demon Hunters called Gears of Dreadlands, or GOD. This build uses Strafe to automatically fire Hungering Arrows. Momentum stacks need to be built up for this to work. You can start by manually casting your Hungering Arrows until you reach the max 20 stacks. Then Strafe can be used to move around, with momentum stacks giving up to 160% more move speed. Hungering Arrow does all the damage in this build, and will auto-target any enemies on screen while you strafe. You'll lose momentum stacks over time, so Hungering Arrow still needs to be manually casted. Holding down Strafe while tapping Hungering Arrow will weave in a manual attack, building momentum stacks with little delay. Vengeance should be kept active at all times for 40% more damage. The Dark Heart rune will also give you 50% damage reduction. This cooldown needs to be lowered with Dawn in the Cube and at least 37% cooldown reduction. Shadow Power Glide and Smokescreen Displacement can be used for more move speed. The discipline cost for these skills can be high, so Preparation and Focused Mind can be used to refill. Yang's Recurve can roll with up to 55% resource cost reduction, allowing you to spam more discipline skills and strafe without running out of hatred. Avarice Band and Boon of the Hoarder will give you pickup radius. Picking up health globes activates Blood Vengeance, restoring both hatred and discipline. There's also a variant of the build that uses the Nataga's Vengeance 6-piece bonus and Gears of Dreadlands 4-piece bonus, or N6G4. This build requires you to cast Rain of Vengeance every 10 seconds to gain damage for Hungering Arrow. The only reason to use this variant is to gain extra keys. At the Rift Guardian, Avarice Band is switched to Convention of Elements with Bane of the Stricken. The first phase of Convention of Elements is cold damage and will begin as soon as you equip it. 2 pieces of GOD are switched to Canes to increase key drops. Rain of Vengeance Flying Strike can be used to freeze the boss as soon as it appears. We no longer have the GOD strafing bonus, so Hungering Arrow must be manually fired before the 4-piece cold phase is over. This cane swap can be tricky to pull off, so only some people will find N6G4 worth using. The GOD 6-piece build is also great at running fast Greater Rifts up to level 100. For this setup we use the Fortress Ballista for shielding to protect the Squirt's Necklace damage bonus. Try to avoid taking damage that would drop your shield and Squirt's buff. If you notice this buff dropping too often, there are ways to help keep it up. Using Paragon points for Vitality will give you bigger shields from Fortress Ballista. The Molten Gizzard gem can also stack more shielding. Finally, gaining damage reduction from things like Fan of Knives Bladed Armor, Wraps of Clarity, Elusive Ring, and Awe Resistance will make your shields more effective. Try to farm a Greater Rift level that can be completed in under 3 minutes for efficiency, unless you're trying to get higher gem ups. Getting into a group can allow you to increase your Greater Rift by up to 10 levels. There are many group setups that can work well with different combinations of 2 GOD plus 2 support, or 1 GOD plus 3 support, or 1 GOD plus 1 elite killer plus 2 support. Prioritizing good players or friends instead of locking your group into one setup can be more beneficial. Also, making support characters will allow you to fill more roles and get into more groups. The gameplay for groups is the same as solo, except supports can bring Oculus Rings to spin in for more damage. Don't forget to keep your squirts up. Check the D3 planner link for all the build details and variants. Please like the video if this helped, subscribe for more content, and feel free to stop by the live stream with any questions or comments. Happy slaying.